gangster. I think good. Everybody knows you're gangster now, so why don't you sit the down and shut the up?
This is what happens when wannabe gangsters mess with the real ones.
If you ever in your life listen to one of them and raise your hand to me, I will bury you and bury they dust too. Don't play with me, David.
What you mean? Oh no.
I'm sick. Straight up sick. I swear. Sick. You talking about shooting somebody? You know that's 25 to life?
Is that someplace he wants to be?
No, sir. Disneyland is a good place to go.
The iPad gonna be gone. All your stuff gonna be gone. Put that up. Who said that you can put that down? Hold it up. No.
And what better way to start than with a retired gangster from Memphis who had a lot to say when he found out his son was flexing guns on Facebook, hijacked the situation, and gave him a wake-up call that the entire internet will never forget. In Memphis, one of the most dangerous cities in America, posting guns on social media isn't just clout chasing, it's painting a target on your back. One teenage boy learned that lesson the hardest way possible when his father discovered his Facebook posts. The dad wasn't about to let the internet raise his son. He wasn't about to let some dusty friends get his boy killed. And what happened next became one of the most talked about parenting moments on the entire internet.
Man, tell him pull up. Whoever want to, hey, while y'all pull y'all tough ass up, I guarantee y'all would beat the shit out of every one of y'all.
Right out the gate, the dad was calling out every single one of his son's so-called friends, daring them to show their faces. But that energy wasn't really for them. It was a message aimed directly at his own boy.
Now, come help. Come help. Man, quit playing with me. Come help.
The son was sitting there absorbing the slap and every word from his dad. No backtalk, no attitude, just shock. And then dad took it to another level entirely.
If you ever in your life listen to one of them and raise your hand to me, I will bury you and bury they dust too. Don't play with me, David.
The room went dead silent. This wasn't a lecture. This was a man who understood exactly how the streets of Memphis operate, making it crystal clear that nobody in his son's circle was untouchable. And the warning only kept getting more intense.
These little boys, these little girls, gonna get the beat out you, boy. Play with me if you want to. You better choose your friends wisely.
Choose your friends wisely. That's the core of it. Because the dad knew something his son didn't. Those same friends hyping you up on Facebook will be the first ones to disappear when the real consequences show up. Then he delivered the line that made the whole internet stop scrolling.
Better tell them your dad not the nigga to play with. I will bury them. I don't care about killing no kids. You better tell them.
Millions watched. Some called it too far. Others said that the father saved his son's life. Because in Memphis, the gap between flexing online and catching real bullets is razor thin, and this dad knew it from personal experience. But flexing on Facebook is one thing. Wait until you see what happens when a wannabe gangster gets tested on the spot and his whole persona falls apart in seconds. Social media has created a whole generation of part-time gangsters. Film a video, throw up some signs, talk crazy, and suddenly you're that guy. But the internet persona only works when there's a screen between you and the real world. This next clip went viral because it caught the exact moment a self-proclaimed tough guy realized the character he was playing online doesn't translate to real life. He was out in public, running his mouth, trying to hold the situation like somebody who's supposedly about that life. But the people pressing him were the real deal, and they wanted answers.
No, I ain't leaving.
Right away, the energy was off. He was trying to project dominance, talking with all the confidence of somebody who controls the room. But these weren't internet commenters. These were real ones standing right in front of him, and they weren't buying a single word of it. So they started asking questions. Simple questions. The kind that separates the real from the fake in about 3 seconds.
Hey, so what? Damn, what's that mean? I'm a rapper, so I'm a rapper scared. I'm a rapper singer, but it was crap, but it was pretty.
A rapper-singer. That's the answer he gave when pressed about his affiliation. Not a gangster. Not somebody who moves in the streets. Not somebody with a reputation to protect. a rapper-singer. The second that slipped out, everybody knew exactly what they were dealing with, a complete fraud. And the real ones weren't about to let him off easy. They kept pressing, kept repeating it, kept closing the distance.
It was PBE, bro. I chose PBE, bro.
Over and over, PBE, PBE. They weren't letting him change the subject, weren't letting him talk his way out, weren't giving him an inch to breathe. The pressure was building with every second, and you could see the wannabe gangster calculating his options in real time: fight, talk, or run. And when he finally made his choice, it wasn't the one any self-proclaimed tough guy would want caught on camera. Let's just say the nearest parked car learned a very important lesson about being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I said he was crip, but you was PBE, bro. But you was PBE, bro.
The comments section wrote his eulogy: self-inflicted drive-by, banging on Times Square is crazy, homie survival instincts kicked in at the wrong time. That's the thing about fake gangsters. The truth always finds a way out, sometimes through your mouth, sometimes through your legs. But getting your bluff called in front of a camera is one thing. Getting your entire gangster fantasy dismantled by someone who actually lived the life on national television? That's a reality check you never recover from. When a preppy, privileged teenager started telling everyone he was a gangster, his parents did what most wouldn't. They brought him on national TV and sat him down across from someone who actually lived the life. No actors, no scripts, no studio gimmicks. Just a reformed former gang member looking this 15-year-old dead in the eyes and telling him exactly what the streets really look like when the cameras stop rolling. The kid had been claiming affiliation C since he was 11 years old. He'd been running with a crew called the Dukes, posturing like he was built for the streets, but nothing in his sheltered life could have prepared him for this conversation.
I don't think you're a hard kid. You don't have a heart? You got a heart, bro. There's nothing cool about taking somebody's life, I promise you.
No yelling, no theatrics, just a man who buried friends, survived prison, and came out the other side, calmly dismantling a teenager's entire fantasy with nothing but the weight of experience in his voice. The kid sat there nodding, eyes down, the tough act completely gone. Then the ex-gangster brought up the timeline.
You were in the Dukes at 11 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
11 years old, playing gangster before he could even get into a PG-13 movie. The ex-gangster let that sit for a second, then asked the question that the whole audience was thinking, and the answer became one of the most iconic lines in reality TV history.
Is that someplace he wants to be?
No, sir. Disneyland is a good place to go.
Disneyland. That one word did more than any lecture ever could. It cut straight through the gangster fantasy and reminded that kid, and every single person watching, that at 15, you should be thinking about theme parks, not funerals. No punches were thrown, but the psychological takedown was devastating. The internet ran with that Disneyland line for weeks, turning it into a meme and a rallying cry for every parent dealing with a kid who thinks the streets are a game, but a reality check in a TV studio is still a controlled environment. What happens when you take a group of wannabe tough kids and drop them inside an actual prison with real inmates and a real morgue? That's next. This next entry isn't a street clip or a viral moment. It's a documentary. A group of British teenagers who thought they were tough enough to survive anything were flown across the Atlantic to Brevard County Jail in Florida, one of the most brutal and overcrowded correctional facilities in the entire United States, and forced to live the life they'd been glorifying from their bedrooms back home. No cameras to hide behind, no tough talk to save them. Just concrete, steel, inmates who've been down for decades, and the kind of reality that changes people permanently.
Teens are being taken through the jail's high-security wings.
Do not say a word. Do not say a word to anybody at that window.
From the first step inside, the rules were different. No talking, no eye contact, no attitude. The guards made it immediately clear. This wasn't a field trip, and nobody here was playing a role. When they reached the wings where actual inmates live day after day, the reality set in fast.
You want to fight? Come in here. You're in a place where you can fight every day. Either you're going to fight them or you're going to fight us.
Every day. Not once. Not when you're in the mood. Not when the cameras are rolling. Every single day for the rest of your sentence. That's the reality these kids had been treating like a video game. And it only got heavier from there.
But you're only gonna fight us one time. But you can fight them every day. You're gonna get very familiar with your roommates.
The guard's delivery was ice cold. No anger, no shouting. Just facts stated with the calm of somebody who's watched hundreds of tough kids walk through those doors and come out broken. Then they met the person who put everything into perspective. An 18-year-old inmate who could have been any one of them.
I ain't nothing but 18 years old, man. I'm one of y'all, man. Hanging around the wrong crowd is what got me here.
18, the same age as some of the teens standing right in front of him. Same neighborhoods, same bad influences, same decisions that seemed harmless at the time. The only difference? He was further down the road, and the destination was horrifying.
We went to a party one night, man, and it was a big old shootout, man. I just happened to be in the mix. 2 people got killed.
2 people dead, and he wasn't even the shooter, just in the mix, just at the party, just with the wrong people at the wrong time. Now he's facing 2 first-degree murder charges and staring down the death penalty, all because he was hanging around the same kind of people these teens were hanging around on the outside. Then the inmate showed them exactly what tough guy posturing earns you behind these walls.
I'll terrorize you, boy. I'll break your jaw, your nose, knock all your teeth out, man, because you like to suck your teeth.
Nobody was laughing anymore. Nobody was posturing. Nobody was playing tough. The kid who liked to suck his teeth couldn't even make eye contact. And then the program took them to the place that nobody, not the toughest gangster, not the hardest inmate, not a single person on this earth, ever recovers from seeing in person. It's a wrap. No extra lives, no respawn, no deleting the post and pretending it didn't happen. Those teens walked out of that morgue in complete silence, and you could see it in their faces. The game they thought they were playing just got very, very real. But prison is an extreme wake-up call. Sometimes the reality check starts much closer to home, like when a kid's tough act gets shut down by the one person he can't outrun. Every wannabe gangster started somewhere, and for a lot of them, it started at home, testing the people closest to them, seeing how far the attitude could go before somebody pushed back. This teenage boy had been acting up at school, disrespecting teachers, playing class clown, and then made the critical mistake of talking trash about his own mother behind her back. So she did what any smart co-parent would do. She picked up the phone and called in the reinforcements.
Oh, that's a no.
That recording. Why isn't recording?
I know.
Let's go. We could be talking like that.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The disrespect.
The second she said daddy, every ounce of tough energy drained from that room. The boy who'd been talking reckless at school suddenly had nothing to say. Mom laid out exactly what he'd been doing. The class clown act. The disrespect to his teacher. And then she revealed the exact words he said that crossed the line.
However, I can't stand her black.
So you just feel like you would talk to your mama any kind of way, huh? We're talking about your mama any kind of way, huh?
That's what he said about his own mother, to his friends, walking away from a meeting where she came to check on him at school. And once Dad got on the phone, the lecture that followed was the kind that changes a kid's entire trajectory.
You act like you got a reason. You ain't got a reason to talk to your mama that kind of way. You only get one. Here, hold that.
You only get one, and this kid was burning that bridge while still needing her to drive him to school every morning. But Dad wasn't done yet.
I said, he got...
Why you think you can disrespect your mama like that? You disrespect her, you disrespect me. And you ain't disrespecting me. I'll be damned if I let you disrespect me.
Dad broke it all the way down. You disrespect her, you disrespect me. Simple math that the kid clearly hadn't calculated before running his mouth.
I'll be damned if I let you disrespect me. You came from me. You only get one mom. You only get one dad.
One mom, one dad, and you're burning both bridges at the same time while you're still in the 8th grade trying to figure out how to pass. Then Mom made sure the consequences hit where it hurts the most. His stuff.
The iPad gonna be gone. All your stuff gonna be gone. Put that up. Who said that you can put that down? Hold it up. No. Yeah, I don't care if you hurt.
iPad gone, belongings gone. And she made him hold his things above his head as a physical reminder that actions have weight and disrespect has a price. Nearly 500,000 people watched this video, and the message was clear. The toughest gangster act in the world crumbles the second mom dials dad's number. But disrespecting your parents at home is one level. Wait until you see what happens when a full-time Facebook gangster gets asked to actually back up his posts in real life. This next clip is a certified classic. A young man spent weeks on Facebook going hard, posting about his squad, throwing up signs, declaring himself the ultimate savage. The full performance, gang signs, threats, all of it. He was the hardest man on the timeline. But the second his homeboy showed up with real plans, the whole persona collapsed faster than a house of cards in a hurricane.
Man, I swear I go too hard for my squad. Too turn. I'm the straight savage.
That was the Facebook version. The character, the man behind the screen. Full energy, full commitment to the bit. But then his boy pulled up and asked him to put action behind those words. And immediately, the tone changed.
Hey, come on, let's go. Red.
Are we going to the mall again, fam?
Nah, we gotta go right on a couple of ops.
The mall. That's where his mind went first. Not the streets, not a mission. The shopping mall. And when his boy clarified what ride actually meant, you could see the wannabe gangster's soul start leaving his body.
Nah, blood. We got some business, we gotta take that.
There's some business. Ma'am, can you explain, please?
Blood, you got your strap on you.
My strap?
Can you explain, please? The man who was just swearing he goes too hard for his squad is now politely requesting a briefing like he's in a corporate meeting. And when the word strap came up, he delivered a line that the entire internet has never forgotten.
You mean Velcro? Cause I don't wear them shoes no more, fam. I ain't wore those since about pre-K.
You know, this serious.
Oh, you mean shoot somebody?
Yo.
Velcro, pre-K shoes. He heard strap, and his brain went straight to kindergarten footwear. Over 2 million people watched that moment and collectively decided this was the greatest self-exposure in street history. The comment section turned Velcro into a verb for calling out fake gangsters everywhere. But the best part was watching him try to reason his way out once reality fully kicked in.
What you mean? Oh, no.
I'm sick. Straight up sick. I swear. Sick. You talking about shooting somebody? You know that's 25 to life?
Suddenly he's sick. Suddenly he knows the exact sentencing guidelines. Suddenly he's a legal scholar who can cite federal minimum mandatory sentences off the top of his head. The transformation from savage to concerned citizen took about 4 seconds flat.
You don't care? You don't care? When them niggas in jail bending you over, you don't care then?
You know I don't bend to me over. Let's go.
No, you can do that yourself. Wasting time.
The same guy who was swearing he'd go hard for his squad couldn't even go hard to the car. The Velcro line will haunt this man for the rest of his digital life. But while this wannabe got exposed by his own crew, wait until you see what happens when a clout-chasing fan tried to play a rap legend for content and got a reality check he'll never forget. Busta Rhymes has spent over 30 years building one of the most respected legacies in hip-hop history. Multiple platinum albums, legendary flows, and the kind of street credibility that you can't buy or fake. So, when a TikTok influencer walked up to him at Art Basel, Miami in 2025, camera rolling, thinking he could turn a legend into a punchline for clout, he learned a lesson about respect that no algorithm could have ever taught him. The fan approached Busta for a photo op, and everything was cool. Smiles, handshakes, the usual celebrity encounter. Then the influencer opened his mouth and called the rapper Tracy Morgan on camera. And everything changed instantly.
Boy out here. Put the camera down. What you say? Boy, I did that. Just let them on your military training and tracing that.
The smile was gone. Just like that. Busta's entire demeanor shifted from celebrity mode to something the influencer clearly wasn't prepared for. The kid tried to play it off, pretending like other people were saying the name too. Classic deflection.
White, not fixing white. big out there, all the tracing and working and the trace. Right? This is that me. Oh, I don't know. My boy said tracing, but that was hard to get it on to make it do.
He was scrambling, stuttering, trying to figure out how to unring a bell that had already been rung in front of everybody. Busta wasn't letting him breathe.
I don't know. My boy said tracing.
Still deflecting, still pointing fingers, still doing everything except owning what he said. But Busta wasn't confused. He knew exactly what happened, and he was going to make sure this kid felt the weight of every syllable.
Legend, they're talking to you on me. Signify, they'll fix me somehow. I already have it. Don't touch these things. So we're looking at it. I can build this. Can't bother and don't. Touch me. I'm asking you the question. I call it love.
The influencer's whole vibe collapsed. Gone was the cocky prankster energy. Now he was stuttering, confused, backtracking. The man who showed up hunting content was now the content himself.
Talk to me like that. So let you make tracing reports. That me.
I don't say tracing. Outside tracing.
I ain't hear nobody say tracing.
Don't count the tracing. I think that's all.
No punches, no security dragging anybody away. Just a grown man wit. H3 decades of earned respect making a content creator feel 6 inches tall. In hip-hop, your name is everything, and playing with it in a real one's face has consequences the algorithm can't predict. But disrespecting legends in public is one thing. There's a man on a New York subway who shut down a self-proclaimed killer using nothing but words, witnesses, and an energy that nobody on that train will ever forget. New York City subways are unpredictable on the calmest days. But on this particular ride, a man was terrorizing an elderly passenger, loudly claiming he'd just come home from doing 25 to life, making threats, getting in people's faces, and daring anyone to do something about it. Most of the train kept their heads down. Most people looked at the floor, but one man decided he'd seen enough.
Knows you're gangster now, so why don't you sit the down and shut the up?
I just came home, 25 to life. I killed my mom and dad.
Bragging about murdering his own parents on a crowded subway in front of dozens of witnesses, and the man who stepped up wasn't having a single second of it.
Are you proud of that? Are you proud of that?
I am.
Okay, well, congratulations. Good for you.
Get ready to you right now. Right now. In front of everybody.
No hesitation, no flinching. The protector matched the energy and raised it, making it crystal clear that this wasn't going to be a one-sided intimidation show. Not today. Not on his train.
I'll blow your face off right now.
Does it make you mad?
I'll blow your face off right now. Let's get it shaking, boy. Let's get it shaking, boy.
I'm ready anytime, man.
The so-called gangster who'd been terrorizing an entire train car was now face to face with somebody who actually meant every word coming out of his mouth. And then the protector did something brilliant. He turned the whole car into his witnesses.
I got 100 witnesses here saying you just threatened this old man right here. Telling him that if he touches you, you're gonna f*** him.
Exactly.
This is a subway. We all touch each other.
100 witnesses. Not a private beef. A public display of cowardice being documented by an entire train car full of people. And the way he closed it out became one of the most quoted subway moments in internet history.
Be gay.
That gangster. I think
good. Everybody knows you're gangster now, so why don't you sit the down and shut the up?
The whole train felt that. Every prison story, every threat, every ounce of that man's tough persona, dismantled by one ordinary citizen who refused to look the other way. No weapons, no backup, just the kind of quiet courage that real ones recognize instantly. Millions watched this clip, and the comment sections all said the same thing. That's what a real one looks like. But confronting a fake gangster on a train is a civilian matter. When the person you're testing is a trained officer of the law with a badge, a body cam, and zero patience, that's a whole different outcome. Body cam footage doesn't lie, it doesn't edit, it doesn't take sides. And for this next teenager, every second of his wannabe tough act was captured in high definition for the entire internet to judge. Officers responded to a domestic call after his own sister reported he'd been threatening her. The teen had a documented history with law enforcement, running from officers, acting defiant, refusing to cooperate. And when police arrived this time, he was still playing the same character. But the officers had seen this exact movie 100 times before, and they already knew how it ended.
Since he has a history, right, let's just get him secured now.
Okay. So you do want to proceed based off the verse? Yep. Even though there was nobody else here, just...
Yep. No,
that's
okay.
Okay.
His own family was done covering for him. His sister filed the report. His history was already in the system. The officers had all the information they needed, and they gave him one last chance to handle this like a grown man.
So you're gonna go in, we're gonna arrest you.
I did not.
Okay, you can either get more charges added on. I would prefer you turn around.
More charges. That's what his tough act was earning him. Not respect, not street cred, not a reputation. Additional counts on a rap sheet that would follow him for the rest of his life. And the officers made the consequences even more explicit.
We'll go ahead and place you in handcuffs, or we're gonna have to get physical with you, and I prefer not to do that, man.
Handcuffs or a takedown. Those are the only two options on the table. No negotiation, no third choice. No amount of attitude changes the math. But even after that warning, the teen was still testing. So the officers tried one final appeal.
Every time I've been out here, I try to talk to you cool. I try to, be fair with you. It's something that you got to deal with your mom, okay? So what's it going to be? Are you going to be cool with us or no?
Hell no.
Every time. That means this wasn't the first visit. These officers knew this kid by name, knew his patterns, and were still giving him a chance to cooperate despite everything. But the teen kept performing, kept testing, still clinging to the tough guy act like it was going to save him.
You're not going to be cool with us? Okay. We really don't want it to go down this way, so turn around for him.
And just like that, the performance was over. The body cam caught every frame of a teenage wannabe learning that performative toughness buys you nothing but extra charges when the people in front of you are trained professionals with legal authority and zero patience for the act. Every single entry in this video proves the same truth. The Wannabe Gangster act might get you likes, might get you followers, might make you feel untouchable behind a screen. But when real ones show up, whether it's a father who knows the streets, a former gang member who survived them, a stranger on a subway who refuses to look away, or a prison guard who's watched 1,000 kids just like you walk through those doors, the mask always comes off. And sometimes, by the time it does, it's already too late.